Before becoming police chief, Jason Collier was awarded the Medal of Valor by the state of Texas in 2016. This was for helping save the life of a fellow officer. Tonight, he's at the center of a criminal investigation. A woman who says she was Collier's fiancé is now warning a small Texas town their now former chief is living a double life. Former Stinnett, Texas police chief Jason Collier found himself on the other side of the law Thursday. The Texas Rangers arrested and booked Collier into jail for tampering with a government record. Cecily Steinmetz posted these pictures of the two on Facebook Tuesday. The Amarillo woman claims she was engaged to Collier before she learned he was married and alleges she's not the only one. Steinmetz's original post has been shared tens of thousands of times. In it, she writes, "He lied to me and presented me with fake annulment documents."
So there were 4 that you met in the real world, 2 online, and then Opal. That's 7. You're chief of police. Seriously, how did you work that out?
Looking back on it now, I have no idea. I don't know how I managed it, because getting up at 4 in the morning and to be at work at 5 in the morning, and I was talking with them throughout the day, and then when I went home at night, I would sparingly talk to them so I wouldn't, raise too much suspicion with Opal.
Okay, so, and I want to be sure that I have this right, because I don't want to make it something that it's not. You were married to Opal, and you had on the side Heather, Christy, Brianna, Christy, Katie, and Cecily. 2 were online, 4 were in the real world. But you were talking to all 6 of them.
Christy with the CH was actually the first one I started talking to back in November.
Right.
But Heather was the actual first one that I met in person.
Okay.
And Brianna was about that same time too.
Okay. And you said your wife made more money than you did. Did she finance any of this?
No.
So this was all your money? To meet 4 women in the real world, you had to do things with them, right? Take them to dinner. You actually went on an outing at times. Where did you get the money?
I was paid every other Friday, so I would go see them every other weekend. I would take care of the bills that were my responsibility, and the money that was left over I would use for the travel and meal or whatever.
Okay, so these 4 women that you saw in the real world, where would you go with them? What would you do with them?
Oh, mainly we'd go have a meal or something, and Christy, we would go shopping. I mean, we're not really to buy anything, but just to kill time. We went to different stores, and that was the same with Katie. When I seen her, we went just kind of antiquing. We weren't spending any money. That was basically all we did.
And so you were just out in public, just going around, but not in your hometown?
Right.
Okay. Well, when you met them in the real world, did you ever meet them in uniform?
Just the only one that seen me, I believe, in uniform would have been Cecily.
Why her?
I'd gone over to Amarillo for a business related event, and I had stopped by her house, and that's why she seen me in uniform. And then she came on that a day or 2 later. She had come to Stinnett and did a ride along with me.
Okay, that was Cecily that did the ride along?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.